Happy Friday. Yay! Happy Friday! Oh my goodness. Okay, today we're going to talk about bats in the belfry because it's Friday and we talk about follies. And oh my God, do I have an insane story for you. I don't know what happened in the last 24 hours of my life, but somehow I have become a target for flying creatures. Yes, you heard me correct. Flying creatures. So, okay. It all started yesterday at camp. Smoke likes to go outside and hang out during the day. No problem. If I'm at camp, it's no big deal. So, what I have been doing is propping the door open just enough for his body to get through. Put like a little stick there and it holds the door open. It doesn't fly away when, the wind comes. It's really a great little setup. However, I have learned my lesson. I will not be doing that any longer because yesterday I was relaxing on the couch and I heard him like moving the door to get in. So I got up and I looked and he had something in his mouth. And he proceeded to just prance himself past me very quickly because I have a very sneaky suspicion he knew that he wasn't supposed to be doing what he was doing. And he like skitters up the step and he goes into our bedroom. And I'm like, smoke, smoke, smoke. And so I chase him up in there. And all I see, I look down like by the what is that? The thing that covers the bottom of the bed. And I see like these two legs hanging out of his mouth and something dark and big. And at first, my first reaction was that it was like a giant toad or something, right? Nope. It was a bird, a live bird, and not just a bird. It was like a full-grown, full-size black crow. My dude, what the heck are you doing? First of all, how do you catch a crow? And then how do you keep it in your mouth long enough to parade home with it like a trophy? What was he going to do? Like put it in the closet and keep it as a play toy? Oh my God. So my life flashed before my eyes because of course he lets it go. Of course he lets it go. So now the poor thing is in shock. And it's trying to fly out the bedroom window, which is closed. So now I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And he's just sitting there. He gets up in his little seat. There's this little window seat in the bedroom, and it's his perch. He loves it, right? And so he's sitting there, and the poor bird is like trying to get out this window. And it just keeps going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It can see freedom on the other side of the glass. And he's just sitting there, and every once in a while he reaches up and he's like, so I run out by the door and I get an umbrella. I get our golf umbrella. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing, but here we go, right? So I'm over by it, and it will not leave the window, like, which it I mean, it did come down a few times and, like, it ran alongside the bed. I think it was chasing it, like, on my side of the bed between the closet door and the mattress, and I look, and there's just, like, feathers everywhere. It's like it exploded. Obviously, they molt feathers when they are scared or nervous. So so then I'm like, "Okay, buddy, hang on, hang on, hang on." Now the glass in the bedroom is one of those, like, emergency exit glasses, so you're supposed to be able to, like, pop these 2 things and push the glass out. Well, since we've never used it that way, I couldn't get it open. So now I'm, like, I open the bottom part of the window. So there's, like, this little rectangular part of the window down below that has a screen that when you turn the knob, it pops out. It doesn't pop out very far, but it pops out. So I open that up, right? And now I have this bird in my face. Like, I'm talking less than a ruler length away from my face and my nose. I could have literally had my eyeballs pecked out. So, hey, Andrew, good morning. And so now I'm trying to pop the screen off, right? And of course, because we don't take the screen off very often, I'm having struggles with this. And this bird, like, literally flying in my face. And my cat's just sitting there on the bench seat next to me, looking at me like, no idea that what he did was wrong. None. So I eventually get the screen out, and the bird, like, smells freedom, and it, like, gets itself out and it goes away. And I'm like, so I put everything back together and I sat there, and now I'm cleaning up, right? So I'm freaking out, like, does this bird have bugs? Is there, like, what's going on here? So I, like, frantically pick up all the feathers with towels and not touching anything. And then I'm, like, spraying everything down, and then I go through again and I'm lysoling everything down. And meanwhile, the cat is literally just sitting there on the window seat looking at me. And I'm like, dude, no. That is not okay. Like, okay, I get it. You know, a cat's proud and they bring, like, mice and things to their parents, you know, like little trophies, and it's like, reward me. I went hunting. This is what I'm supposed to do. My guy, you brought in a live crow into our camper. The buck stops here. The buck stops here, okay? So I'm like, You're not, no, you're not going out. You're not going out." And then he sits at the door. He's like, "Wow." And he pouts. Like, "You're not going out." So then Corey got home. I'm like, "You're not even going to believe this. You're not going to believe this." He said, "What?" I said, "Your cat brought you a live bird. Not just a bird. Not the teeny tiny little chirpers that sit outside the window. Talking big old crow." And he's like, "Oh, did you give him a treat and reward him?" No. No, I did not give him a treat, nor did I reward him. What? So I mean, it okay, so it was hysterical. It really was. Like, looking back on it, it was definitely, like, Friday Folly worthy. It was funny. It was hysterical. And then I came home last night. And as you know, I've been sleeping at the house because of my back. And so I got home and it was maybe about, I don't know, 10:15. And I get out of the car and I heard something. I was like, what the? I'm alone. And then you start getting freaked out because it's pitch dark, right? And you're alone and you hear noises that you're not supposed to hear. So I go over to the door and we have this little room that connects the garage to the house. You reach around the corner, there's a light switch in there, no problem. I turn on the light switch, and all of a sudden I see what? There was some sort of flying creature. I don't know if it was a bat. I don't know if it was a bird. I don't know. But when I flipped on the light, apparently I disturbed its slumber and it like went flying out. Now, this is the room that we are going to be getting renovated, fixed, because this is the room where the foundation is falling in, and we've, there is a gap. There's an eave that, you can see to the outside. So it's not unlikely that a flying creature would make its way in there. But it just so happened that not once, but twice in the same day, I was met with flying creatures. Um, Andrew, you've been trying to get one to land. Oh man. It, if I wasn't so freaked out, I would have like been taking pictures of it because it was literally like right in my face. Obviously, it was like that because it was scared to death and it was trying to get out the only thing that it knew, which was the window, because it could see the outside. But man, but then last night, I don't know if it was, bats. And it's just so funny. I love that phrase, bats in the belfry, because, like when you're got a little cobweb situation going on up there in the brain, they say bats in the belfry. Um, and I just thought that it was so incredibly appropriate for the fact that in less than 24 hours, I had two close calls, two run-ins with flying creatures. And all I could think about after the fact was, what was I going to do with an umbrella? I didn't even open the umbrella. What was I going to do with it? And I think the reason I grabbed it is because I've always heard these stories where, like, if something gets in your hair, I don't know. It was just a moment of, ugh, I don't know what to do. So I ran and grabbed an umbrella. What was I going to do? Poke it to death? I was literally trying to get it out. But then you look at the aftermath on the floor and there's like feathers and everything everywhere. This poor thing. I really hope it survived. I really do. And I don't know. So we let Smoke out last night. Because he becomes incorrigible if you don't let him go out and roam around for a while. But I said to Corey, I said, no more propping that door open and letting him come and go as we please. I said, we're going to investigate that child before he walks into this camper, because if he has anything in his mouth, he is not coming inside. So I just wanted to share that. I just thought it was incredibly hilarious that happened at camp, and then I drive over here last night, and I heard a noise, turn on the light, and something goes flying past my head. And I'm assuming it did go out that little gap up in the eave, and went out to its freedom. But I thought, oh my God, if that was a bat and then it landed on me, like, how do you hi, yeah, I have a live bat stuck in my hair. What do I do? 911. What do you do at that point? And then especially when you're alone, what the heck do you do? What is the protocol for that? I don't know. I don't know. And I hope I never find out. So I just, the heebie-jeebies. Yeah. Yeah. It kind of gave me the creeps. I'm like a scaredy cat and I don't like being alone the way it is. And then when I hear noises, it makes it worse, because then you lay there and it's like, you look around and you think like, what's happening? And yeah. So I just thought that that was a funny thing to share on a Friday. And I'm actually getting ready to head out over to my chiropractor and pick up some supplies, because Corey is going on an ocean fishing adventure this weekend, and I want to get him some goodies and stuff to take on the bus and the boat. So, with that, that is all I have for you today. I hope that you have an amazing day. Please, please, please make the most of it because, as you know, it's just never, ever gonna happen again. I look forward to seeing you on Monday for the Crush Monday edition of the Dispense Dish. Bye, guys.